Hi, I'm Chad with Move For a Guitar. This lesson is from our series Beginner Jazz Chords. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you 4 different ways to play a minor 11 chord. First off, if you like all the chord diagrams for this series, including the diagrams for this lesson, you can download our free e-guide, Beginner Jazz Chords, by clicking the link on the screen. So I'm going to teach you 4 ways to play a minor 11 chord. And a minor 11 chord is commonly used in jazz and lots of other music, and it's almost always interchangeable with a minor 7 chord. So you just got to try it out, see if you like the sound of it in the situation you're in. And these voicing that I'm going to show you are actually called minor 7 add 11 chords because there's no ninth in the chord. Don't worry about what that means if you don't understand what I'm talking about. But really, these voicings can be called minor 11s if you want. You don't have to get that technical, and anytime you see a minor 11 chord, you can play these voicings even though they're technically minor 7 add 11 chords. And usually you're not going to play full minor 11 chords because adding in all those intervals is pretty tough to do on the guitar. So the different ones I'm going to show you, one has the root on the 6th string, then I'm going to show you 2 with the root on the 5th string, and then 1 with the root on the 4th string. So the one with the root on the 6th string sounds like this. And that's a G minor 11 because, like all the chords I've been showing you in this series, the lowest note is the root and the lowest note that I'm playing is a G. So that makes it a G minor 11. If I moved it up here, my lowest note would be an A. This would be an A minor 11. So movable chord, no open strings. And the way you fret this chord is with your 2nd finger on the 6th string 3rd fret, your 3rd finger on the 4th string 3rd fret, your 4th finger on the 3rd string 3rd fret, and your 1st finger reaches back to the 2nd string 1st fret. And this one is voiced root, flat 7, flat 3, 11. The next one I'm going to show you has a root on a 5th string, and that one sounds like this. And that's a C minor 11. And that's because, again, the lowest note is a root, and the lowest note that I'm playing is a C. But if I moved it up here, this would be a D minor 11. Movable chord, no open strings. And the way you fret this is with your 3rd finger on the 5th string 3rd fret. Your 1st finger reaches back and bars in the 1st fret from the 4th string through the 1st string. And your 4th finger frets the 3rd string 3rd fret. So really your 1st finger is only fretting the 4th string, the 2nd string, and the 1st string. And this is voiced root, flat 3, flat 7, another root, and 11. The next version has a root on the 5th string as well, and that one sounds like this. And again, I'm playing a C minor 11 because the lowest note I'm playing is the root and the lowest note I'm playing is a C, so it's a C minor 11. And this one sounds different because of where the 11 is, and it's actually a 4th interval, but still it can be considered an 11. And again, if you don't understand what that means, don't worry about it. But because you're playing the 11th an octave lower, it creates more of an open suspended type sound, but it's not really suspended because you still have a 3rd in there. But it has that open sound because of the intervals here. And the way you fret this is to bar with your 1st finger in the 3rd fret. You're barring from the 5th string through the 1st string. And then with your 2nd finger, you're fretting the 2nd string 4th fret. And this one is voiced root, 11. And like I said, that's really a 4th, but it doesn't matter on guitar. A lot of times those names are interchangeable. That's why it's creating more of a suspended type of sound, even though it's not suspended, because of where this 11 is. Then flat 7, flat 3, 5. And the last one I'm going to show you has a root on the 4th string, and that one sounds like this. And this is an F minor 11 because the lowest note is a root and the lowest note that I'm playing is an F. If I moved it here, my lowest note would be a G, that'd be a G minor 11. And again, this has that more suspended type of sound, even though it's not suspended because it has a 3rd in it, because of where the 11 is, where it's actually a perfect 4th interval, but 11 and 4 are interchangeable. Those are the same intervals. just an octave apart. And on guitar, you interchange those names all the time. So this one is played by fretting with your first finger the 4th string and the 3rd string in the 3rd fret, and then fretting with your second finger the 2nd string and the 1st string in the 4th fret. So it creates a really cool sound. And this one is root 11, again where that 11 is actually a 4th, and then flat 7, flat 3. So that's 4 ways to play a minor 11 chord. If you'd like to learn more beginner jazz chords, be sure to check out the rest of the lessons in the series. And be sure to download the eGuide. Like I said, it's free. It contains all the diagrams for the chords that I just showed you, plus all the diagrams for the chords in this series. And be sure to subscribe because we add at least one new lesson every day.